Cowley Her to become the mayor of St. Paul. On November 4th, Cowley Vang Her, a Democratic Farmer Labor DFL state representative, won the St. Paul mayoral election in an upset victory over two-term incumbent Mayor Melvin Carter. The nonpartisan race used ranked choice voting, with Carter initially in the leading the first choice votes, about 40%, but Her surged ahead in the second round of redistributing preferences from eliminating candidates, securing a narrow win by fewer than 2,000 votes. Her entered the race. Her, I wrote this as in her last name, her, but her, it sounds like I'm saying her. She entered the race. I'm not going to say her last name. It's confusing. She entered the race in August 2025, campaigning on intensively door-to-door on issues like public safety, economic revitalization, affordability, and rising property taxes, improving the core city services. Multiple outlets, including the Minnesota Reformed, Star Tribune, and Fox 9, described the result as a significant surprise, reflecting voter dissatisfaction with Carter's handling of post-COVID downtown recovery and other local challenges. Let's look at this clip from KARE 11 News, why don't we?
This is Breaking the News. I'm Janice Shortle. For the first time in 8 years, St. Paul will have a new mayor come Friday.
Well, hold on. I'm going to say all this before she gets the chance to. She is the first woman mayor, first Asian American mayor, first Hmong mayor, Hmong, whatever you want to, Hmong, American mayor. She was born in Laos in 1973. She first arrived in the United States as a refugee at the age of 3, growing up in St. Paul as Hmong as her first language. Her professional background includes 15 years of finance, investments, nonprofit leadership, public safety roles such as policy director for Mayor Carter during his first term, and Minnesota House Representative for District 64A since 2019. She was sworn in as the 56th mayor on January 2nd in a ceremonial event at St. Catherine University, where she emphasized community connection and resilience. The city's official website reports NPR News and Star Tribune highlights this milestone coinciding with the 50th anniversary of Hmong resettlement in Minnesota.
Cowley Her will take the helm and all of the work that's going to come with that. Here's Kent.
Cowley Her's historic election victory in November came after just 3 months of urgent campaigning and outreach in St. Paul. But in the time since, that outreach has become more difficult and urgent before she even begins an historically short 3-year term.
We need clear, timely information from federal agencies so that the panic doesn't take over and rumors don't spread.
What I think can't wait is the work around what is happening around ICE and deportation, which is why that has been I know I'm very quiet about it, but I've been working very much behind the scenes with it.
Imagine she's like, I'm very much working behind the scenes with ICE in order to get them out. I want them out. I want them all out. I want all the dreamers. I hate them. I think they're disgusting. People who don't do it like my parents should be out. I want them all. I want them, if I could have shotgun carriages out, patrolling the streets and, rounding them up or killing them, I would rather prefer that. Imagine she's, really hardline, anti-immigrant.
The chief of police and our law enforcement entities around building trust and relationship with community groups and law enforcement. So I think that we need to continue that work. I will say another thing that I think is really important, I can't wait, is some of our city operations, because we do only have 3 years, and if we can't get businesses up and running, if we can't get people to expand the way they want to, if we can't get housing developed, it's really going to hurt our progress. Those things have to get done.
Her says she's already met with plow drivers and employees across city departments to help understand where they can improve services and grow revenue without raising taxes. But at a time when downtown desperately needs more investment, she says she and the city council also have to build trust.
Political instability is one of the greatest reasons why people don't want to take risks. And so I think that we still have more work to do, and it's not necessarily just to look at one policy. It is, do we create and foster an environment in which people feel like it is politically stable for them to invest?
She says events like the World Junior Hockey Championship certainly help show everyone what is possible, and she hopes it's just the beginning.
I think we're always looking as a team for opportunities for us to say, what can come down here, and then who else can we bring here? I mean, in my greatest world of, if everything were perfect, I would love to have the Timberwolves and the Lynx down here, right? I have opportunity for areas of development.
St. Paul is a dump. I actually caught some heat on TikTok. I commented this on Care 11's page. I said that St. Paul's a dump. The cities in general are kind of a nightmare. But like, let alone, I know that St. Paul has its problems, but like and whatnot. But I would still prefer Minneapolis over like for the home of the Timberwolves, for the home of any major sporting league, because they have the space, they have reasonable, parking. They have lots. You know what I mean? And also, everybody just prefers Minneapolis. In all honesty, the suburbs of Minneapolis are so much more enjoyable than the suburbs of St. Paul. Don't even lie. And I caught a bunch of heat. I said that. I was like, St. Paul is an L of a city. I commented that, and I got a bunch of comments below me, essentially, railing me, essentially going like, you don't even know that. Did you know that not all capitals are kind of, they're know-nothing cities more often than not, because they don't often mean the most populous city. They often actually mean, and I'm like, I didn't say that it was the most populous city. Now you're the one getting all like, oh, a capital needs to be the most populous city. I didn't even say that. I just said it's a shit choice for a capital city. No one really likes their time when they go there. No one actually can think of anything fun that's there. Everybody thinks of it as kind of an L of a state capital. It's not pretty. The skyline's uninteresting. The people are uninspired and boring. The mayor is evidently, you know what I mean? She's the most boring charcuterie bomb you've ever seen in your life. All I'm trying to say here is that, and from all of my experience that I've had in the city of St. Paul, it's not anything. It's nothing. It's a bit of a nothing capital. Like, you go to Minneapolis and you're like, oh man, if this is the capital, if this isn't even the capital, I can't even imagine how great the capital is. And then you go to the capital and it's like, it doesn't even have like a voice of its own. It doesn't even have a city voice. The city hall is uninspiring. The people are just like colder and ruder somehow than Minneapolis people. They're a little like more, they think that they have the more well-mannered like side of like, oh, we're southern Minnesota. We have a little bit more of like a small city charm or whatever. And it's like not true. The majority of you are just kind of, rude, or they think Caribou coffee is better than Starbucks and think that's a personality trait. Like they're like, oh, we have Caribou down here, we have Caribou down here. No one likes it. No one likes it except for you. And the only reason that you like it is because you're forced to, because it's the only thing that you have. It's the only thing that you have to make yourself warm, the only thing that you have to fill your life with a little bit of something else besides Ludfisk. You know what I mean? And like Lutheran worship services. That's all I'm trying to say, is that St. Paul, major L of a city, never gonna happen, lady. Never gonna happen. None of these, like, I hope that it's like we build the new Mall of America there. Like, what are you even saying? You're just like, the look in this woman's eyes, she's an optimist, I can tell. But optimism can turn into full-on retardation. And I'm worried that's where we're inching towards.
I have to ask.
Yeah.
Just because I know you meet up with a lot of people already. Have you had any formal talks with Alex Rodriguez and Mark Laurie or anything else like that?
No.
Or pitch it?
On the record or off the record?
Well, we're on the record right now.
Okay, then. Well, what I will say is I think that there's been...
I think that they're not answering my calls, and that, like, I wish that I had something to say to where they're not going to call me out as a bullshitter on day one when I'm, like, in this interview, but I have to say something that makes it sound like I actually know what I'm doing and that you didn't choose an absolute schmo.
Been some great introductory conversations around just, our love for our city and sports, and that I look forward to future conversations.
Oh my God. That was so awkward and uncomfortable.
Now, she may be laughing there, but fans know the timing is no joke here. The owners of the Timberwolves and Lynx have made no secret that they are looking to build a new arena. So putting this out there now will probably raise a few eyebrows across the river in Minneapolis. Jana.
Yeah, wake a few people up that like, whoa, St. Paul, slow your roll. Kent, I want to ask you a little bit about what Mayor Her was talking about, Mayor-elect Her, with political instability. What does that mean in terms of it kind of scaring off people coming in to build businesses or developments?
Well, she talked about how delicate the balance
the mayor's
has
a woman.
been at the city council, for example. So if it's a 4-3 vote right now, that might push a new policy one way. She says developers and others might be hesitant to commit because they know the next election it could just
They know that the mayor's a
swing
woman.
by one vote the other way. So she said
They're like,
having
women
that
should
kind
be
of
seen, not
long-term
heard.
commitment and stability goes a long way, especially in these political times.
So for
God, the
people looking
sexism
to
on this
invest,
news
If
channel.
we're talking about A-Rod and Lori in St. Paul, they want to know that the city is kind of working together as one single
To try to get a man
Right.
back in
Okay.
a
That
man's
makes sense.
job.
And 3 years
Makes
again
sense.
is notable because
They're switching the election to coincide with the presidential election coming up, and so it's only 3-year term
Yeah.
in this case. Beyond that, it'll be 4. She hopes to win re-election, she said, but you never know.
lots of good stuff in that interview. We've posted the whole thing online. Thank you, Kent. We appreciate it.
Prayers for Mayor Her. Best of luck to you, actually. You seem like a decent lady. You seem fun. I hope that you're able to get your shit in order. I hope that you're able to inspire the people. That's what any good mayor should do. She's already said that, this is a quote, the nuts and bolts of our city has got to be running right. She's going to be focusing on fiscal sustainability, public safety partnerships, economic development, addressing backlog of infrastructure that needs estimated the needs that are estimated at $1 billion. Damn, in deferred maintenance. Shit. She is pledged to collaborate with the all-women St. Paul City Council. Man, they're going to run this city into the ground. I'm just kidding. The level of sexism on that news, did you guys hear that? They were like, women should be seen, not heard. It's like, ridiculous. Why would you say that? Best of luck to this lady. You're just mad that women got the right to vote over 100 years ago, and for some reason, even though they've had it for this long, cannot manage to get one of their own at the top position of power. I'll never understand that. I'll never get that. Women outnumber men in this country, and for some reason, they've never been able to get one of their own in office. I'll never understand that. Never get that. I mean, I will maybe privately understand it, and I'll privately get it because of my personal conversations with women that confide in me the exact reasons that they suspect it to be. But I will, of course, let's just reserve those for... let's be fun and be suspective. You know what I mean? Let's let our imaginations run wild with that one. It's not a question that we at Your Brain on Air are interested in answering. But you know what we are interested in knowing about? Her early actions. They're including the transition plan with Carter's team, obviously. He's a little sour about it. They're exploring initiatives like urban wealth funds. Oh no, hopefully that's not like a standard, what's it called? What's the thing where they give you money instead of working from home? Do that. That's what you know what? Get everybody on like a standardized income, whatever. That's what you should do. And then make no one work. And then you'll go to St. Paul and it'll be a ghost town. Her term has been abbreviated to only 3 years due to voter-approved shift aligning future municipal elections with presidential years starting in 2028. According to the city's government site and Wikipedia. Very fun. I mean, best of luck to her. I hope she can get reelected. I don't know. Maybe she can, maybe she can't.